The river almost took me once, not by force, but by invitation. It was a sweltering summer day, and the water shimmered like an emerald promise. I was 8, fearless and drawn to its cool embrace. One moment I was wading in the shallows, the next the riverbed vanished beneath my feet. Panic seized me as the current dragged me down. Then through the murky depths I saw her. A face, pale as moonlight, with eyes that glowed an unnatural green. Her lips, stretched in a grotesque smile, revealed rows of needle-like teeth. That image, seared into my memory, was the last thing I saw before darkness claimed me. They found me miles downstream, unconscious, tangled in reeds. I remember the whispers, the hushed tones of the villagers, their eyes wide with a fear that mirrored my own. They spoke of the River Maiden, a malevolent spirit who lured the unsuspecting to watery graves. I never dared to go near the river again, not after feeling its icy grip, not after gazing into the abyss of her eyes. Our village, nestled in the foothills of the Carpathian Mountains, was ancient, steeped in tradition and shadowed by superstition. The river, our lifeline, was also our curse. It snaked through the heart of the village, its murmuring current a constant reminder of its power. Generations of villagers had grown up on tales of the River Maiden. She was a legend, whispered in hushed tones. Her story a cautionary tale to keep children away from the water's edge after dark. My grandmother, her face etched with the wisdom of ages, would often warn me about the maiden. "Don't be tempted by the river's song, child," she'd say. Her voice raspy with age, it sings a siren's call, luring the innocent to their doom. Her words, heavy with foreboding, fueled the nightmares that plagued me. The River Maiden, a spectre from the depths, haunted my waking thoughts and invaded my sleep. Years passed. The terror of my near-drowning faded, replaced by a morbid curiosity. My cousin Stefan, a year older and bolder than I, scoffed at the stories. He called them old wives' tales, meant to scare children. He dared me to go to the river with him one night, to prove the legend wrong. The dare, whispered in the darkness of his room, sent a shiver down my spine. "Don't be a coward," he taunted, his eyes gleaming with mischief. I knew it was foolish, reckless even, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I needed to confront my fear. The summer night was thick with the scent of pine and damp earth. Crickets chirped their incessant song, a chorus of unease. We crept out of my window, our footsteps muffled by the dew-laden grass. With each step closer to the river, my heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat against the silence of the night. The air grew heavy as we neared the riverbank. The moon, obscured by a veil of clouds, cast long, distorted shadows that danced and twisted like phantoms. The river, usually a shimmering ribbon of silver under the sun, was now a black abyss, reflecting nothing but the oppressive darkness above. We stood at the edge of the bank, the scent of riverweed and damp earth filling my nostrils. My fear, a living thing, threatened to consume me. And then I saw her. A figure, shrouded in shadow, rose from the water. Her eyes, 2 emerald embers, pierced the darkness, fixing on me with an intensity that stole my breath. Her skin, pale as bone, seemed to shimmer with an unnatural light, and her smile, oh, that grotesque, unnatural smile, unveiled a row of teeth sharp as shards of glass. It was the face from my nightmares, the face I had seen in the depths of the river all those years ago. This was no legend. The River Maiden was real. Section 5. The price of curiosity. Terror, raw and primal, surged through me. I turned to run, my legs heavy with fear. Stefan, his bravado gone, stood frozen, his eyes wide with terror. I didn't look back, didn't dare to see if she followed. The sound of my own ragged breathing filled my ears as I sprinted through the night. The image of the maiden seared into my mind. I didn't stop until I reached the safety of my house, my lungs burning, my heart pounding against my ribs like a trapped bird. Stefan wasn't so lucky. He stumbled back to the village at dawn, babbling incoherently, his eyes vacant, his spirit broken. He never spoke of what he saw that night, but the terror in his eyes spoke volumes. He was a changed boy, withdrawn, haunted by something he couldn't outrun. Section 6. Aftermath. The village, always on edge, buzzed with fear and speculation. My grandmother, her face etched with worry, took charge. She hung garlic and herbs over doorways, ancient wards against evil. She sprinkled salt lines around our home, a barrier against the supernatural. She wouldn't let me out of her sight, her fear for me palpable. Stefan's parents, their faces etched with worry, kept him secluded. They whispered of curses and possessions, their voices heavy with dread. The River Maiden, once a legend, was now a terrifying reality, her presence casting a pall over our once peaceful village. Hearts. Section 8. Haunted. The nightmares returned, more vivid, more terrifying than before. The River Maiden, with her glowing eyes and cruel smile, haunted my every waking moment. I could feel her presence, cold and menacing, lurking at the edge of my vision. The river, once a source of life and beauty, was now a symbol of fear, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurked beneath its surface. The villagers, once skeptical, now avoided the river after dark. The stories of the River Maiden, passed down through generations, took on a new, chilling significance. We were a village under siege, haunted by a legend come to life. Section 9. The whispers remain. Years have passed, but the memory of that night, the image of the River Maiden, still haunts me. The river flows on, its current a constant reminder of the secrets it holds. The whispers of the River Maiden, once a legend, now echo in my nightmares, a chilling reminder of the night I came face to face with the darkness that lurks beneath the surface. We had tempted fate, defied the warnings whispered through generations, and we paid the price. The River Maiden, a symbol of the unknown, taught us a harsh lesson that night. Sometimes the old stories are true, sometimes the whispers hold a terrifying truth, and sometimes it's best to heed the warnings and stay away from the water's edge.